So at that point, someone had invaded my privacy more than once. Initially, I said, okay, we're going to move. And I started packing up things, had the movers come in and move us out. But before I moved out of the place, someone broke into it 2 more times. Well, he was living over in a Doubletree Hotel, the Galleria area. It's almost time for me to deliver this baby. So we literally moved. We moved quickly and moved to our new place. The realtor that I had at that time, she didn't waste no time telling me, y'all have the means, y'all have the money, y'all need to move far out. If someone wants to get to y'all, make them work to get to where y'all at. And so that's how we developed the plan that we would move far out, deep into the suburbs of Houston. Well, immediately once we moved there, it wasn't even 2 months. I remember him one day telling me, yeah, this guy that's been working for me pretty much told me that he can pull up over here right now. So I bet him $1,000 that he's not going. Went did some research on me, found out where I lived at, and pulled up in our driveway. At that point, I was pissed. I told him, why would your friends want to, why is everybody so interested in knowing where we live at? Like, that's jacked up. Like, if you didn't give somebody your address where you live at, why would they want to know where you live at? And so at that point, I knew it would be problems soon. So I didn't waste no time going out and immediately getting my gun so that I can protect my family. And that's exactly what. So, we settled in and everything, and he's not being home a lot. Like, he's being home during the day sometimes, but then he's disappearing and not being home for like 4 or 5 days at a time, sometimes a whole week. And he's basically telling me that he's going on trips, he's going to the resorts, he's going gambling and this and that. Well, I didn't know at the time that he had been bringing all the strippers with him. So he was basically taking all of his entourage, the strippers from the strip club, and everybody going out to the casinos, having all these big private parties. So I'm arguing with him one day over the phone early in the morning, telling him why the F he's not at home. He's telling me he has to wait for the bank to open. He needs to go make deposits before he makes it home. And so I'm like, okay, well, when you get home, we're going to have a talk. But I said some really filthy things to him. So he got upset. And so when he walked in the house that day, he grabbed me by my neck, slammed me to the floor, punched me in my face, and started choking me. So he choked me until I was completely passed out. Like, when I woke up, my eyes were swollen, everything. They were red, and he was packing like one of my purses and everything. And so when I jumped up, he looked around and he was like, oh my God, I thought I killed you. And I was like, you son of a bitch. And me and him went into another fight, and he was like, I don't want to fight you because I'm going to hurt you. I don't want to fight you. And so he basically told me he thought that I was dead, that he was getting some of my things together because he was going to take my body and he was going to put it in the car and he was going to drive me somewhere and throw me out the car. So at this time, me and him, we getting into a heavy all the time because he's not being home. He's out and about in the streets a lot. And all these rumors are coming about. If it's not one stripper name or some female that you don't know about to another name, it's just all over the place. So at this time, his name has pretty much rose to the ranks in the nightlife in Houston. They have pretty much changed his name and they're now calling him King, and then King of everything. He's in a club. He's throwing tens of thousands of dollars a night, month after month after month. And so now I'm on the edge. I'm kind of like, hey, why are you in the strip club throwing all this money like this? Like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, baby, that's just a show. That's just a game. So, one day I'll go to check the safe that we had in the house. I want to see the amount of money that we have inside this safe, because the money that I was sitting on at one point was $2.5 million flat. He said, if something ever happened to me, baby, this is for you and the kids so that y'all can live afterwards. Okay, I'm checking through this money. The money is all the way down now to under $500,000. I'm freaking out. I'm like, this money was not supposed to be touched.